Hello everyone, Shinto Bean here with another Age of Sigmar army showcase. This time we have the Skaven, focused on the clan Moulder. You'll notice there's not a single clan rat in this entire army, just all of the biggest rats in the Skaven arsenal for a 2000 point 3-drop army. Of course, the battle formation is the flesh-milled Menagerie, which can buff up to 3 non-hero Moulder units, and there are exactly 3 of those in this army, so there's a chance of either giving them 1 more attack, a 5-up ward, or just dealing damage to themselves, which happens quite often. The lack of clan rats means no screens to protect your big damage dealers, but at least with Skaven, for the price of 1 command point you can bring back half of a destroyed unit, so in this case the Storm Fiends and the Rat Ogres can return, giving this army a little more longevity. So let's take a look at this army 1 unit at a time, starting with my personal favorite, the Hell Pit Abomination. Now this one started off pretty weak in 4th edition, but with the addition of the Prized Beast Honor Guard, this is a prime target for that. 13 attacks, which with +1 to hit are hitting on 3s, wounding on 2s, Rend 2, 2 damage, and anti-infantry, make this one scary beastie. It heals d6 at the end of each turn and has a 1 in 3 chance of coming back to life the first time it's destroyed. Next up we got a reinforced pack of Storm Fiends. These are a lot cheaper than they were in 3rd edition, but the ranged weapons have been toned down quite a bit. The Warpfire projectors are pretty nice, being able to shoot in combat though. And they're just a tough, well-rounded unit that you can get a lot of value out of, especially if you can bring 3 of them back to life. We've also got a reinforced pack of Rat Ogres. These guys I'm not crazy about, because I think they have one of the worst War Scroll abilities ever. They have a lot of combat attacks, but hitting on 4s, wounding on 3s means they're missing a lot of the time. I found their ranged attack, the Warpfire gun, to actually be quite strong though. The one little guy in the army, the Master Moulder, can heal up your guys when they inevitably damage themselves. And then we got the big heroes, Thankful on Bone Ripper, whose ranged attack is pretty pathetic in 4th edition. His combat attacks are fairly powerful. He's a 2-cast wizard with +1 to casting, and he's also pretty tough with a 5-up ward and healing d3 at the end of each turn. I've picked the Skaven manifestation lore, which I think is one of the weaker ones. The Bell of Doom is pretty nice, being able to protect your infantry. The other 2 spells I found to be largely useless. The other wizard in the army is the Vermin Lord Warpseer, who has 2 casts and the ability to increase the movement during your opponent's hero phase by 2 inches, which can hilariously be comboed with the Doom Wheel to move this thing 2d6 plus 9 inches during the opponent's hero phase, which can really mess with their battle tactics. The Warpseer is not quite as strong as some of the other Vermin Lords in combat, but he has some cool tricks up his sleeve, like throwing that little orb to deal up to d6 mortal damage, and also having a rampage that can cause an enemy in combat to strike last. Overall, may not be the most competitive list, but it's a fun army with a lot of cool models that can just beat your opponent into a pulp. Let me know if you've tried out the flesh-milled Menagerie and how it went for you. But that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.